Hi everyone, welcome back to my UGC NET Criminology lecture series. Today we are going to understand one of the most practical modern theories in criminology, that is integrated theory. Now before starting, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why one person becomes involved in crime while another person living in the same environment does not? Why do some individuals continue criminal behavior for years while others stop after one mistake? Is crime caused only because of poverty or because of bad friends or weak family control or psychological stress? The truth is, crime is too complex to be explained by just one reason, and this is exactly where integrated theory comes into the picture. So stay with me till the end because today we are going to understand the complete meaning of integrated theory, its origin, major thinkers, core ideas, examples, Indian case studies, criticisms, and why this theory became so important in modern criminology. And to all my UGC NET aspirants watching this video, remember one thing: criminology is not difficult when you understand it like a story of human behavior. Do not try to memorize, theorize like robots. Try to connect theories with real life, with society, with emotion, and with people around you. That is the key to understand criminology deeply. So let us begin. Integrated theory in criminology is a modern approach that combines ideas from different criminological theories to explain criminal behavior. Instead of depending only on one theory, integrated theory says that crime happens because of multiple social, psychological, biological, and environmental factors working together. Integrated theory believes that no single theory is enough to explain crime completely. For example, one theory may say crime happens because of poverty. Another theory may say crime happens because of weak family control. Another theory may say crime happens because of peer pressure. Integrated theory combines all these explanations together. This makes this theory more realistic because human behavior itself is very complex. Different criminologists contributed to integrated approaches, but some important names include Eliot, Cantor, Thornberry, Farrington, Delbert Eliot's integrated model, Thornberry's interactional theory. These scholars believe that criminal behavior develops through a combination of personal experiences, social environment, peer influence, family background, opportunity, and societal reactions. Earlier criminological theories focused only on one cause of crime. For example, classical theories focused on free will and rational choice, biological theories focused on genetics and body structure, psychological theories focused on personality and mental condition, sociological theories focused on poverty, social disorganization, and inequality. But gradually, criminologists realized something important: a criminal is not created because of only one factor. Imagine a young boy growing up in a violent neighborhood. His parents constantly fight. He drops out of school. He joins bad peer groups. He feels rejected by society. He has no employment opportunities. Slowly, he becomes involved in theft and violence. Now, tell me, can one single theory explain his criminal behavior completely? No, and this realization gave birth to integrated theory. Integrated theory tries to combine the strengths of multiple theories and create a broader explanation of crime. The first important idea of this theory is that criminal behavior is multidimensional. Crime is caused by many interacting factors such as family problems, peer pressure, poverty, unemployment, weak social control, labeling, frustration, and environmental influences. The second idea is that criminal behavior develops gradually over time. People are not born criminals overnight. Their experiences, relationships, social surroundings, and life events slowly shape their behavior. The third idea is that social bonds are extremely important. When a person has strong attachment to family, school, society, and positive relationships, the chances of crime become lower. But when these bonds weaken, criminal behavior may increase. The fourth idea is that peer influence plays a major role. Many young people learn criminal behavior from friends or gangs. Criminal attitudes can spread through social interaction. The fifth idea is that society's reaction also matters. Sometimes, when society labels a person as criminal, thief, or bad person, that individual may start accepting that identity and continue criminal behavior. Integrated theory combines all these dimensions together. One of the most famous integrated approaches was developed by Delbert Elliott and his colleagues. Elliott combined strain theory, social control theory, and social learning theory. According to Elliott, criminal behavior starts when individuals experience strain, or simply called as stress. This strain may come from poverty, family conflict, academic failure, or social rejection. Because of this strain, the individual's bond with society becomes very weak. Once social bonds weaken, the person becomes more influenced by delinquent peer groups. Then, through social learning, the person learns criminal attitudes and criminal behavior. So, according to Eliot, crime develops through a chain reaction. Strain or stress leads to weak social bonds or social control. Weak social control leads to association with delinquent peers. Peer influence leads to criminal behavior. This integrated explanation became very influential because it connected different theories into one framework. Another important integrated approach is Thornberry's interactional theory. Thornberry argued that criminal behavior and social relationships influence each other continuously. For example, weak family attachment may lead a teenager towards delinquent friends, but after joining delinquent groups, the teenager relationship with family becomes even weaker. So both factors affect each other in a cycle. This theory explains how criminal behavior can continue over longer periods if negative social relationships keep strengthening. Let us understand this with an example. Imagine a college student named Ravi. Ravi grows up in a poor family where his father struggles with alcohol addiction. At school, he feels neglected and disconnected. Slowly, he starts spending time with friends involved in drug use and petty theft. At first, Ravi only observes them. Then he starts learning their behavior. Society begins labeling him as a troublemaker. Teacher stops trusting him. His family relationship becomes weaker. Eventually, Ravi becomes fully involved in criminal activities. Now, if we analyze this situation carefully, we can see multiple factors such as family problems, poverty, weak social control, peer influence, labeling, and social learning. This is exactly what integrated theory explains. One famous Indian criminal case connected to integrated theory is the case of Bunty Chor, whose real name was Devendra Singh. Bunty Chor became famous for high-profile thefts across India. When criminologists studied his background, they found several interconnected factors behind his criminal behavior. He experienced economic struggles, lack of proper social support, exposure to criminal environments, and gradual involvement in organized theft networks. Media attention and social labeling also strengthened his criminal identity. This case shows that crime did not emerge because of only one factor. Instead, multiple social and environmental influences combined together over time. Integrated theory helps explain such criminal careers more effectively than single factor theories. Another example can be seen in juvenile gang crimes in cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, and Hyderabad. Many studies show that juvenile offenders often come from environments involving broken families, school dropouts, drug exposure, poverty, lack of supervision, violent neighborhoods, and negative peer influence. When all these factors combine together, the risk of delinquency increases significantly. Integrated theory explains why some youths gradually become involved in robbery, drug trafficking, cybercrime, and gang violence. Integrated theory is highly relevant in India because Indian society itself is very diverse and complex. India has urban poverty, unemployment, caste discrimination, family conflicts, rapid modernization, cybercrime growth, and social inequality. All these factors interact with each other. For example, rapid urbanization may weaken traditional family structures, social media may increase exposure to criminal influences, economic stress may create frustration among youth. Therefore, integrated theory becomes very useful in understanding modern Indian crimes, especially in cybercrime, online frauds, gang culture, and juvenile delinquency. Multiple causes are usually involved. Integrated theory became important because it made criminology more practical and realistic. It helped criminologists understand that human behavior cannot be reduced to one single explanation. It also improved crime prevention strategies. For example, if crime has multiple causes, then crime prevention should also involve multiple solutions such as better family support, education, employment opportunities, counseling, community development, peer intervention, mental health support. This approach is much more effective than punishing offenders alone. Even though integrated theory is very influential, it also has some criticisms. The first criticism is that it becomes too broad and complicated. Since it combines many theories together, sometimes it becomes difficult to test significantly. The second criticism is that some integrated models may contain conflicting ideas. For example, one theory may focus on free will while other focuses on social pressure. Combining them can sometimes create confusion. The third criticism is that integrated theory may lose clarity because it tries to include too many factors. Some critics argue that if every factor is included, then the theory becomes less precise. Yet another criticism is that not all criminals experience the same social conditions. Two people living in the same environment may behave differently. So, integrated theory cannot predict every individual case perfectly. Still, despite these criticisms, this theory remains one of the most practical modern approaches in criminology. So, today we understood that integrated theory is an approach that combines different criminological theories to explain in a more complete and realistic way. It tells us that crime is not caused by one single reason. Instead, crime develops through a combination of family background, peer influence, social environment, economic stress, labeling, and personal experiences. We also discuss Eliot's integrated model, Thornberry's interactional theory, Indian examples, criticism, and the importance of this theory in understanding modern crimes. And here is one important lesson for all of us. When society ignores children, weakens family bonds, creates inequalities, and fails to provide opportunities, the risk of crime increases. Crime prevention is not only the responsibility of police and courts, it is also the responsibility of families, schools, communities, and society itself. And to my dear UGC NET aspirants, do not lose confidence while studying these theories. Every theory may look difficult at first, but once you understand the human story behind it, criminology becomes beautiful and meaningful. Keep studying consistently. Even 1 hour of focused study every day can change your future. Your hard work today will become your success tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this explanation helpful, and keep supporting me, like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more criminology and forensic science content. See you in the next video.